Hello, welcome back to another video. Uh, I got up late today, Lamau. Uh, yeah, because I was talking to my uh, cousin, talked pretty long, so yeah, woke up late. It's like 11:30 right now. Well, I slept at 3:30, I think. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Okay, so just an update about the week. So I believe last time I said that I was gonna configure the Unify network. The home network, that's the unified network, that's the software that Jose provided. I don't know if I said I completed it, but I pretty much completed it on Saturday. Uh, I finished the firewall, but it was just missing the threat management, so I did that too. So threat management I did on like Sunday, so the fully completion was on the weekend. But the firewall was done on a Friday, and it didn't take long, so I just added the threat management because I feel like I should probably do it. Yeah, so I just added on there, so why not? Yeah. Mm, yeah. So that's done. My project management, the website is done as well. It was not as beautiful as I was thinking. I'm talking about like Monday. Move on to Monday. It's not as beautiful as I thought. Because a lot of things that I was trying to do, it requires a pay membership, which I said, like ordering online, reservation, reviews of each dish. It didn't turn out that way. So the reviews turned out to be just like a generalized, let's say this location, like let's say San Francisco, you're gonna get this review, this comment section review. You can't. I put like many items. I put like In-N-Out, Chipotle, some of the dishes. I cannot put reviews in there. So yeah, which is a bit inconvenient. I cannot do about the better the paid version. Yeah. And Wix is I don't think it's really easy to use. I mean, sometimes it's pretty easy, but yeah, not really for me. Don't really like it. I mean, I could have done like in a way, for like dishes to be like different pages and do sub pages, but that's gonna be a lot of pages in the site menu. So I don't think that's the way. So I thought about it, but I think that's way too much. That's not the way. Usually you just leave like a comment section, something like a review. Like yeah, but it was difficult. But I put like an alternative solution. So as for the reservation, since I cannot take online reservation, I just give like a contact form. Like they can just email. Then when I receive the email, I can just like hypothetically just type in the table reservation, and I'll get a notification for that. The only constraint was it was not able to detect online reservation from the user point of view. But then they just have to type it out, so it's just a bit inconvenient. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I bought this thing, Lamau, like a massage thing. It was like it's not that expensive. I think it was like $40, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It came with a set, so a set is like 70. Yeah, he likes it, so this one and there's a bigger one. I like the small one because kind of fun. Low. Uh, yeah. Uh, what else? And the ordering online, well, it cannot be done because I cannot accept ordering online. I even add like products, like some QR code NFC products, just like for the restaurant solutions. The goal was basically the feature of the website was supposed to be comparison. Oh, comparison, I wasn't really able to do it because DoorDash, they only had DoorDash, they didn't have Uber, so there was cannot be a comparison. It's only DoorDash. So the alternative solution is I put like in the website they have like social links for like Facebook, Twitter, like those kind of stuff you see at the bottom of the page. I put that, drag it to the next to the restaurant, so I go directly to the Chipotle, I just use Chipotle as an example because In-N-Out don't have a delivery thing. So I put Chipotle and In-N-Out. I mean Chipotle's DoorDash and Chipotle's DoorDash in a specified location. Yeah, so it's not, it didn't turn out the best. So a lot of things I want to do didn't turn out the best. Yeah, and I worked really late on Monday. 'Cause a lot of them was I did procrastinate as well. So that's why I worked pretty much all day on Monday, and I didn't sleep until like my throat. I didn't sleep until like 6 a.m. Then slept for an hour. Then get to school at get to school the following Tuesdays. I mean that day I was doing when I was working on Monday night. That's what I mean. Yeah, it was mostly the paper. Then I realized the paper was not even due until Friday, so I was kind of pissed, I guess. Yeah, I thought the professor made like an error because you're supposed to like explain the each part of the site in a Word document more detail compared to the presentation. So I was kind of like pissed about it, realizing it was due on Friday. So and I didn't I did kind of sort of complete it. It was not the best quality. When I was on Tuesday, but I turned it on Friday, so the quality is a lot better, and I explained a lot more. Because she explained what she wanted on Tuesday, so that worked out pretty well. Yeah, because there's a part like the database. I didn't talk about the data. I didn't show the screenshot database. I just talk about I connected the data which database. Yes, I did made some minor changes and explained each site in very detail. So it's a lot better than what I had on Tuesday. So moving forward on Tuesday, the presentation. So this time it was so last time was 1 to 6 group or A to G or A to H, I forgot. This time's the opposite. So last time I was the second one to present. This time I was second to last to present. Yeah, so far most groups they do I say pretty well. Because it's just a website, so a lot of people did well. Even though professor asked a lot of stuff. So yeah, Lamau. Uh, yeah, there's this one group who did really well. This group has 5 people. Yeah, they did. I think they did pretty well. The content they show. Yeah. I mean, not to be honest, not so well. I mean, just okay, I guess. I think the professor just was just impressed, like the more content. I mean, there's content. If it does, it's just content itself, so just basically just words. I think she was just more impressed about that. But yeah, and the slides they did well too, so props to them. Yeah. So moving forward to my presentation. So, uh, so I think it went okay. I didn't really give like an update or summary, so I added that at last minute. So I didn't, yeah, I added that. So I gave like some update about the project. I immediately go straight to the bad news. So I showed like a lot of things I wasn't able to do, but yeah, I wasn't able to do like within the built-in system from Wix. But I had to find like alternative solutions. So the what I did was not the best interface, but is able to get the job done. So I said that for the intro. So then moving forward to I talk about the features. Just give a review about get refresher about the feature. The professor from there on just keep asking me questions. Lamau. It was just really funny because she always asks me questions. Then the professor and then the team the classmates had to explain to her a few times, and she kind of get it. Then she asked again when I actually showed the slides. I mean the slides that the main link to the website. So yeah, I think she kind of understands. She said, "Okay, I get it," but I don't know if she really understand or she just don't want to keep asking. So I'm not sure. But I checked my grade. The last time in my presentation I got 88. This time I got 90. Yeah, so I don't know uh how she actually graded because there's still the the presentation itself is like I did well, but I don't know how you get it because maybe my content, I don't know. I think my content is pretty clear, but I don't think she understands. But my classmate seems to understand because they have to explain to her, then they were right about it. So yeah, and I'm making sense because yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, but she asked me like the one la interesting question in the last. So like she asked like knowing that I work alone, like something you want to say, blah blah blah. I forgot. So I kind of say like my group that obvious obviously didn't work out, and I said like I forgot what was the question, really specific question, but something is about the teammate. Talk about like unfortunately we were not able to work together due to obviously communications. Then understanding the material, of course, there because they were also having difficult to understand what I was trying to do, and I was also taking the lead because they weren't gonna start anything, so I had to take the lead. So yeah, and so they weren't really understand. I'll say the Japanese guy, he kind of understand, but the Indian guy, yeah, he's far off. Yeah, they also talk about like I have a high expectation because I mentioned that to the professor. I mean, I said like I do have a self-interest in this, so there's something I'm already working on. So obviously I'll have high expectation. Yeah, I also told my roommates about that. Yeah, so I have high expectation. That's why it didn't really work out because they weren't really contributing. So something like that. And I kind of like play mind games with my teammates really. I purposely tell them that have I have like this is like my self-interest, and this always worked out like every semester. Like I say, oh okay, well this guy's gonna take care of everything. So it always worked out. It's like a troll for me, like just messing with people. They always think that I'll do it, but yeah, I'll do it. But like, don't expect me to like be that nice. Not like nice, but more like don't maybe don't assume that I'll like what's it called? Know that you're not working. I mean, in most projects I do have self-interest. I do know there's people who make an effort and some people who don't, so I'm not blind. Lol. Yeah, but anyways, thank God that course is over. Next week is just exam. Next week just the exam. So what I forgot one is gonna be a math thing with the equations. I don't remember. And one is gonna be SAP, so about database, adding stuff to the let's say like a retail shop database. Then she wants to identify the transaction code, I think. And we would usually use SAP software, so it's no problem. Then what's it called? Then the lastly Microsoft project. Then lastly she wants to do something with LinkedIn. So like improve our LinkedIn something or something. Yeah, I'll find out on Tuesday, next Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. Then moving forward to that class, I just kept on working on my security course. Well, project really. So the project is I would say it's going well. My teammates are one teammate, the Indian girl. She's making a lot of effort, so I really appreciate that. The other team members, it's not like they don't make an effort. It's more like they don't know. So they have to run down me. Like always ask me, "Is this correct? Is this correct?" I mean, we learned the same thing from class, if we did the homework, I mean, I assume they did the homework. You know what I'm talking about. So basically, our project was supposed to create a business solution, and we had to make like a sales speech and presentation report. I forgot, but basically, this business solution. So what we're trying to do is configure a network for a school, for safe environment like safe searching. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna block. students accessing from like TikTok because that app is cringe anyways. TikTok. Uh, so I'm gonna go by the app group. So that app group will be under social media. The app itself I'll put as TikTok. And third, I'll put the domain, just in case. Sometimes the software it's not perfect, so why not have a double layer, I guess. Well, it's actually triple layer. So, yeah. Then what's it called? That's where the students and the staffs they're able to access to it, but I set like a speed limit, so they cannot access like as quickly as they want. So let's assume that they get a stable 500 megabytes. I set the staff network to like only 100 megabytes, so that's the maximum they can get. So something like that. And we enable safe searching. So the students are not distracted. And the threat management part of it, I don't know any dark web. I mean, I do. I used to remember, and they change anyways. So, and you're gonna need Tor for that. So. I'm sure you need Tor for that, so I don't remember how that works again. I remember looking at a few years ago, just browsing. I found a lot of funny stuff. So, yeah. So I don't know how threat management really work. But I set it as in like detect only, don't detect and block. Cause I feel like sometimes I would put in present. Sometimes it may be sensitive. They might detect something that they might block something that's not really a threat. So I put it as like a detect only, because we don't really know like what is really a threat. So the best way is like to identify. There's like a in the firewall. The best way is to put it, or is it threat management? I forgot. You put like a list of websites that's known to have issues. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure the the unified network software already does that for you. I can check real quick. Unified software. Check it. Oh, firewall. Yeah, firewall security. Okay, I was talking about traffic management. Yeah, so I have country restriction. I put that as a testing. So country restriction, I say, oh, I'm gonna block like I don't know, Mexico from accessing into it. Yeah. I just made like an example, so both directions from outgoing to incoming. So I just show it so as in like it's working. The threat management, it's not perfect. Yeah, it's not perfect. So I think it's just best just like there's like a threat category. So there's like virus and malware, peer-to-peer, hacking, internet traffic, IP and bad reputation, and network protocol, advanced protocol, and other potential threats. So yeah, I don't know how. Like they say, they justify by well-known stuff. So I don't know how often they keep up to date. So, but I'll click everything. So have a peace of mind of it. Like yeah, I would say yeah. So that's technical part. I mean the technical part is done. Now it's just a writing. So we met up. I met up with my group on Thursday. So we had a meeting. I don't really see a reason why we need a meeting that day because nobody really talked. It was just mostly the ending and me was talking. Yeah, the other was just they're just followers. I don't think they know what we're even doing. Less because they said okay, I'm gonna work on the slides. But how can you work on the slides if the other part are not? If the report is like completely done, then the slide will be a landslide. So I don't know. But they're not late. At least they did the work, so I can't complain too much. The technical part is on me. The rest is just I don't know, any revision. As we spoke on Thursday, the professor said one of the sales pitch, so they had to make some revision in the Google Doc as well. So yeah, but so far they're okay. Next week the project is due, so I have no problem with them. Yeah, but at least they do the work, so there's no problem. At least make an effort. That's all that counts. Yeah. So that's pretty much as far as my project course. Then I also have to do some extra credit for that course. 2 extra credits. Uh, the one was the upload the key, the public key. I didn't figure out how to upload to the Ubuntu server. Other one is the like a research question, something like that. And on that day, we also got like the finals questions we're gonna have, and that's due on next Thursday. So I have to work on that as well. So it's gonna be a busy week. Yeah. And Friday, oh yeah, so update on the job. So I told the recruiter, well, email the recruiter. I told him that I'm not able to do it given with my academics, and also I have a standard. I'm not gonna go somewhere that I'm not ready. Like, I mean, technically yesterday was not the technical round. It was supposed to be this following Friday. So I don't think I can get ready that quick. Because I watched some of the courses, and it's really a joke that my networking course that I learned from class was really far, far away from what I actually learned from like the Cisco course. Because all I learned from my networking course is just all concept. We didn't have any lab. We had one assignment just identify the layers. Like what's layer one, what's layer two in the Wireshark. Yeah, that's it. But the Cisco CCNA is so much more in depth. It's a lot better, and some of the terms I never even heard of. Yeah, and I look at my notes the other day, just references. So it's really funny that I never heard of this word handshake. Yeah, I never heard this word handshake. I never even wrote it down. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure I was right. I don't think we ever learned the word handshake. I think we used another word. I even put like sync and acknowledge. I couldn't find my Google Docs, so yeah, so it's something like that. It's not even on my Google Doc. I don't know what we really learned. In the TCP/IP thing, we only learn about the layers really. So what's layer one, what's layer two. That's really it. Then we move on to something else. So it was a very general concept class. Yeah, never say, oh, how do we troubleshoot anything? No. Yeah, but I learned trace routes, so that's pretty cool. I use it. I'm using for this security project, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I kindly rejected it. I thank the recruiter for helping me and trying to give me a second chance. So I really appreciate that. And I also told him that I saw other openings. So IT engineer. I applied to associate IT engineer. Uh, yeah, so I asked him if he can refer to me, and I really appreciate that. I think he referred to me also because I also applied, so I think he referred me, so it'll be a lot quicker. So I got a response for the other role, the IT engineer associate, but also I applied IT engineer like a few weeks ago. So I don't know which one I really got because the recruiter reached me. I didn't tell me what position I applied. They're reaching out me for, so I'm kind of sort of confused. And the IT engineer, it sounds fancy, but it's just literally the IT like help desk. I don't know what they say engineer, so maybe he can clarify. Because the scheduled interview is on Monday, so we'll go ahead and see that. Yeah, and the pay is I don't know the pay because it's just 30 to 30 an hour, and I assume is 20 to 30 or 30 to 40. And if it's a 20 and 30, I think it's relatively low, given this is a contracted position, so there's no benefits or anything like any health. They're just full pay, so I think that's relatively low, given like I've been researching, watching other jobs. Yeah. So relatively low if for a contract position if it's 20 30, but we'll see. But it also didn't say how long the contract is, so it's not that specific. So it's something I'll ask as well. And also I applied the job that I used to intern at. They had an opening for IT, so I applied that. Yeah. So we'll find out. Worst case, I'm going to try to learn Chinese. So yeah. And I actually would like to go learn Chinese first. I want to get over like school in general to focus on work. But also not timing. Because if I come back, then I'll have like a gap year. Yeah, we'll see. And also update about the NFC thing. Where's it? This NFC thing. So I reached out to the my gym. Yeah, I tried to reach out, but the manager wasn't there. Yeah. So I had to find the manager, whoever the manager is, because they gave me a name, but I don't know what they look like. So we'll try. I'm not in a rush. And I bought an iPhone to test it out, but I'm gonna return it anyways. So apparently I programmed it. I used the writing tool. This doesn't work on iPhone, but it works on Android. So I need to figure out. So thankfully I didn't. They didn't really accept it that day because the manager there was no manager. Otherwise it wouldn't work. Yeah. So let me figure that out on the. It's better to do it next week because after my final at least, especially the project got a lot of things coming up. And yeah, that's really pretty much it. Then I yesterday just briefly talked to my cousin about the update. So initially we're gonna talk about doing a UI, but we're not gonna do a UI. And I show a demonstration to my cousin what we were trying to do from an alternative website, something like that. So that's what we'll be doing. So what for my due diligence, I have to go learn HTML, CSS, and React because it's gonna be fully web based. So I'll figure that out. I'll start it from when my class is over, so pretty much Friday. And my graduation will be on Wednesday. Wednesday. I'm not gonna go to the main graduation because that's way too long. Yeah, I'd rather just go to the small department one. So next time I make a video will be my graduation. I mean, it'll be in my school, thank God, because that's a really crappy school. Full of liberals and radical love. Yeah, law. But it's a really funny school though. When you see those people making a fool of themselves. Yeah. Oh, and anyways, that's pretty much it, really. Uh, yeah, I believe that's pretty much it. Okay, thanks. Bye.